There are two geometry standards that were covered in this unit. The first was Geometry 10. Students compute areas of polygons, rectangles, triangles, rhombi, parallelograms, and trapezoids. Geometry Standard 11. Students determine how changes in dimensions
as you're watching this, remember,
perimeter,
you're going to write for 5 minutes about what
and
you
volume
observed.
of common geometric figures.
So pay
and
attention
solids.
to any details, any names, any questions that you might have.
There were several technology standards that were covered in this unit. The main 5 were creativity and innovation. Students demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, and develop innovative products and processes using technology. Students had a chance to create their own restaurant. They had a chance to manipulate the options to whatever floor plan they wanted, and they had a chance to personalize the color schemes. The second technology standard, communication and collaboration. Students use digital media and environments to communicate and work collaboratively, including at a distance, to support individual learning and contribute to the learning of others. Students were required to discuss what they found in the class forums. They were also required to send messages to each other, either asking for help or giving hints or just encouraging one another, saying, I like your restaurant, or I like how you set up your windows, or anything like that. The third technology standard, research and information fluency. Students applied digital tools to gather, evaluate, and use information. So this one was only covered slightly, but it was in the Playfish support forums. So there were times when maybe their classmates didn't know, or maybe they were just too shy to ask their classmates. Then they could just look at the forums. They could look at the Playfish forum where most of these questions have already been answered. So to do this, they would have to know how to use forums. The fourth one, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. Students use critical thinking skills to plan and conduct research, manage projects, solve problems, and make informed decisions using appropriate digital tools and resources. So each of the students was informed either through exploration or through a forum, and they were able to manage their projects. They had to make sure that they weren't losing so much money or letting the workers get so tired that they couldn't continue the project. The fifth standard for technology, digital citizenship. Students understand human, cultural, and societal issues related to technology and practice legal and ethical behavior. This unit was meant to be administered later in the year. So, understanding this, all of the understanding of legal issues should have already been incorporated. Now they just have time to practice these issues. They're being engaged in technology for lifelong learning. They're interacting with others online in an appropriate manner. Good morning, class. Today we're going to do an activity that involves Facebook. Now I know you're familiar with Facebook because we've done activities before. So today, I'm going to let you watch a little clip of an application first before I let you start your activity. Okay, you just saw a little clip of Restaurant City. That was my restaurant. I was playing in the game, and I was just showing you what happens in Restaurant City if you haven't already seen. Maybe you've seen Restaurant City. Maybe you've already played Restaurant City. Don't worry, I have made some changes just so that you don't get bored and so that people that haven't played still have a chance to learn about the game. So, I've uploaded a PowerPoint file onto the network so that you can look category for gourmet chef, a second category for knowledgeable chef or owner, a third category for a rookie owner, and a fourth category for a newbie owner. Newbie means you've never played before. Maybe you played once, but you closed it and you're like, I'm not coming back. Okay, so those are the 4 categories. Now, I want you to go ahead and look at the file. Okay, so open up the file, find the PowerPoint one. It should be pretty plain. And then just search through it. Just see which one applies to you and what are all the requirements for that. Would you like the slides read to you? Which best describes you? Gourmet restaurant owner, knowledgeable restaurant owner, rookie restaurant owner, or newbie restaurant owner? Okay, so now that everyone's chosen their level, I'm going to give you a chance to actually do the requirements for the level. Okay, so remember, we have 90 minutes in this class, so you don't have to rush through anything, and your finished projects won't have to be due until tomorrow, or until the next class meeting. Okay, so go ahead and look through everything and start working on each of the little steps. Newbie owner. If you're a newbie owner, you're going to have to explore and ask questions. Don't hesitate to ask your classmates for help. I'm sure you'll bring knowledge from other time management, role-playing, or multiplayer games when playing Restaurant City. Before you continue, since you're new to the game, take the time to do the following before you embark on your challenge ahead. Log into your Facebook account and go to the class group. Click on the link to the application and make a character. Take a before snapshot of your restaurant, label your picture before, and post your snapshot to the class group. Your challenge. Explore. Explore other restaurants. Open at least 3 classmates' restaurants and take a snapshot. Post the snapshots to the class group. Open at least 10 other restaurants and write at least 1 paragraph describing each restaurant. Click on the various options so that you have an idea of what options are available to you. Write a sentence on at least 10 different options. Your challenge: plan. Make a floor plan of the type of restaurant you want. Include the following: a floor plan of your ideal layout, at least one paragraph describing the ideal layout of your restaurant, using as many mathematical terms as possible, evaluation of seating arrangements with respect to waiter travel distance, create a pie chart of your anticipated expenses with at least 3 different categories, a list of at least 10 questions you have about starting your restaurant. Your challenge: describe. Now is the time to start creating your restaurant before you get help from others. Describe at least 3 of the following and include trials and findings: hiring workers, seating arrangements, ways to earn money, earning gourmet points, how to level up your dishes, how to feed, give rest to your workers, how to earn or lose popularity. Your challenge: reflect. Reflect on the process of building your restaurant. Continued. Describe the process of optimal seating arrangements, earning popularity, room arrangements. Your challenge: reflect on the process of building your restaurant. Describe the process of optimal seating arrangements, earning popularity, and room arrangements. Your challenge: discuss. You should have already explored the game and started your restaurant. Now is the time to ask for help by participating in classroom forums and discussions, asking for encouraging and helpful hints from at least 3 classmates. Your challenge: discuss. You should have already explored the game and started your restaurant. Now is the time to ask for help by participating in classroom, forums, and discussions, asking for encouraging and helpful hints from at least 3 classmates. How you will be evaluated: rubric handout, PDF, or DocX. Submit your work. Post an after photo of your restaurant on Facebook. Submit your work. Post an after photo of your restaurant on Facebook. Turn in your finished poster. Email your files to mathandscithinker@gmail.com. You're done! Yay! The main technology that was used to complete this lesson was Facebook's application Restaurant City that can be found on the Facebook site. Other internet resources were the Facebook class group page and Playfish support forums that are on a different site, but can be accessed through the Facebook application. Differentiation. A lot of differentiation occurred in this activity. First, there are 4 different levels for students depending on whether they've played the game or not. Also, if a teacher saw that a person was very technologically savvy but just hadn't opened the game, they could bump them up a couple levels and have them work off a different student's restaurant or maybe a different person's restaurant. It doesn't have to be their own as long as they understand how to manipulate the world around them. Also, differentiation occurred just through the game itself. It's hands-on, and there's also sounds that you can hear when you're making money, and then there's visual cues that tell you what you need. So sometimes people are dissatisfied, so there's a thumbs down, and it tells you why they're dissatisfied. Maybe there's no toilet. Maybe you're taking too long to serve them. Or maybe they still don't have a table yet. There's visual cues to help the children understand why they're not succeeding. Also, when looking at the PowerPoint, students have an option of having the PowerPoint read to them, or if they could read it themselves. Some students do not have the ability to read the language that I used. I did that on purpose so that the students who could understand a little bit or get a gist of what I was saying would be able to see and use the academic vocabulary. However, those students who are reading far below grade level, they would have a chance to see the word and hear the word. Lastly, differentiation occurred because they were helping each other. They got to talk to each other through different means. If one person had an accent, you can't hear that through a forum. You can't hear that through a message either. And so that just made more students comfortable. If one student is shy, then that made it easier for her to talk through the forum.